Hello Duelist, Sonic7 back again, and before we go on to our next duels, which we said, just a very quick update, we had this bullshit duel with Taya and Maaiiii that I said I really didn't want to be doing, so I actually did it on the background and I kind of skipped it, just for you guys. It's a really boring one. It was really just using a ton of magic cards. It wasn't anything new. The whole premise of this is that after Yugi loses to Kaiba, he's so broken down, Maaiiii offers to give him star chips, Yugi won't take them, and Taya battles Maaiiii to show Yugi that he still has something to fight for, because that totally makes sense. Anyways, another quick update. If you look up here, I've actually done all of the reverse battles. So, definite thing I want to do is beat all the campaigns and do all the campaigns fully. So that means beating all the reverse battles also. So, in this episode, we're gonna do this battle of Dual Identity and this battle, which is locked right here. So these are the two semi-final matches for Duelist Kingdom. So here we go. The time had come for the Duelist Kingdom tournament finals, and Yugi and Joey were more than ready. I sure hope I'm doing the right thing and deciding to duel again, but with Grandpa's soul's sake, I have to. Yugi and Joey walked to the arena and met the other two finalists, Maaiiii and Bandit Keith. Bandit Keith had cheated his way into the finals and had no plans to stop. Yugi, Joey, Maaiiii, and Bandit Keith, I welcome all of you to the playoff arena. Here's where the last great Duel Monsters duel shall be waged to determine the championship of the Duelist Kingdom. Only one of you shall emerge victorious, only one of you shall win the $3 million prize, and of course the victor in the playoff shall earn the right to challenge me in the final match. The victor will be granted one request, whatever his or her heart most desires, and if it is within my vast power to do so, the wish will be granted. The victor will also be declared the undisputed Duelist Kingdom champion, ranked #1 in the world. And boys, that will be me. Surely any duelist that has come this far must realize that the title, and not the money, is the real prize. Is that not so? You're a real comedian. In America! And I'm going to do this entirely off the bridge, where everything he says, because he's wearing an American flag as a bandana, you have to finish off with, in America! The money's all I need for my sister's operation. Yes, I'm sure you all have more riding in this tournament than the others, right, Yugi? You've got my grandpa's soul, and Mokuba, and even Seto Kaiba captive. But I'll find a way to defeat you and save them all! The first semi-final match was Yugi versus Maaiiii. Although Maaiiii was now friends with Yugi, she was playing to win. I used to think the only person the duelist could trust was herself. Everyone was just an opponent. But then I met you, Yugi, and I learned that even the strongest opponents in the arena could still be friends outside of it. If you hadn't loaned me this— oh, she's internally monologuing? This is so weird. If you hadn't internally loaned me a star trip, I never made it to the final round. I am a very great debt. I promise you an honorable duel, and that's what I'm going to give him, but he thinks that means I'm going to battle. I'm not going to battle out. He's dreaming. Blah, blah, blah. Let's get started. Okay. So, just like all the other ones, I have a rule, which is I'm going to use all the story decks for the actual duels that are happening. Just because, you know, I want them to be close. I want them to be what the game actually was, what the story was, and it's like, cool to relive that. For the reverse duels, to be completely open about it, is that, especially early on when these duels were set that like people had very imbalanced decks, I really have been avoiding using the real decks and more just use custom decks just to do the other duels. Just because for me it's a lot easier. So to start out, we have a lot of great cards in our hand, but the problem is that we have what does this do? I added one elegant egotist. Okay. During the end phase, this turn was sent to the graveyard or hand. Oh wow, that's pretty good. We have a lot of great cards, but we have no monsters, which kind of sucks. So we're definitely open for an attack right here. Is that a continuous or is that just— oh no, that is a continuous. Yeah, fuck that. I'm just gonna get rid of that now. Okay, Harpy Queen and Cyber Shield. This is gonna hurt. Okay, blah blah blah, that hurts. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Now, what am I gonna draw? So basically the whole idea of this one was that Yugi, still being very pensive from his loss, was very nervous about what was going to be happening in this next duel and wasn't really sure of what to be doing. So he kind of starts off, like, you know, not trusting the spirit of the Millennium Puzzle, so the Pharaoh. And the whole idea is that he's trying to duel himself and not with the added, you know, confidence and strength that he gets from being the Pharaoh. I mean, you know, from, like, having the Pharaoh help him. So Maaiiii ends up just wrecking his shit for the first like half of the duel, and then he finally trusts in the Pharaoh, and more so just out of necessity than anything. Like, you know, I have to trust you if I'm going to like save my grandfather. So he ends up, working with him, and together they end up doing a. Oh god! Wow, she is wrecking. I might lose this turn. And this is the thing, is like, Maaiiii is a really tough... Yeah, I lost this turn. Wow, that was really fast. I lost it on turn 4. Okay. Anyways, so we're going to restart this, and I'll cut to a point where it's better. But just to finish this off, the whole key is that card that I have in the bottom right, the Blackluster Ritual. By summoning the Blackluster Soldier was the most powerful card in that game, and by doing that, Yugioh was able to win. So I'm going to cut to when we have a better position in this duel. Alright guys, so we're back. We're in a spot that can be a little bit better. We don't actually have any of the special cards here, but frankly, I don't really care. We're going to use Snatch Steal here to take her card here. So we have a card that has 1800. We're going to switch all of our cards to attack mode here. We have Swords Revealing Light. It's been on the field for 2 turns, so we'll also have 1 more turn of protection. But with Maaiii's life points at 6400 and nothing else in the field that can really stop us from attacking, this is going to be big for us, because now we'll actually whittle her down to 1200. So if all goes well, then we should be in a good position to finish this next turn, hopefully, that's what I know. Odds are, you know, anything can happen. She gets 1000 life points here from Snatch Steal. Doesn't do anything. Okay, so we just beat Maaiiii. That was awesome. It was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Didn't actually have to do anything here. Just going to go to my battle phase right here and end the duel. And this is one that I thought I'd never say, but Mystical Elf. Obliterate! If someone wins a game with a Mystical Elf, you're like, what the fuck happens? It was actually really funny in the game, the duel of Taya versus Maaiiii. I had so many magic cards on the Magician of Faith, which normally has 300 attack points, that she had 3700, and I was like, this probably has to be the strongest Magician of Faith that's ever existed. Wait, Maaiiii, there's something I wanted to say to you. Huh? Thank you. You said a duelist can learn more from defeat than victory, and you were correct, but you, Maaiiii, taught me a lot today. I had to confront my own fears and weaknesses, or I could never have defeated you. It's awfully nice of you to say that, but it seems to me like I still have a lot more to learn. About dueling, about myself, about my breasts. But then I suppose no duelist ever learns all there is to know. And maybe the most important lesson is that defeat doesn't have to be forever. You won this duel, Yugi, but there will be others. You and I will meet in the arena again, kiddo. And when we do, you better watch out. I've kind of given up on doing the Maaiiii voice. I love the one they do in the Abridged series, and if you've never watched Yugioh the Abridged, please watch it. But I'm terrible at it. I can do a lot of the other voices, but I'm really, really terrible at it. Blah, 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 blah. And now we go to our other one, which is Keith's, Keith's Machines. Here we go. The second semifinal was Joey versus Bandit Keith. In order to compete the duel, each contestant had to present his tournament entry card, which Joey shockingly did not have. Unknown to Joey, Bandit Keith stole Joey's entry card the night before. Per the rules of the tournament, Joey was granted 5 minutes to find his card or be disqualified. Joey searched everywhere but was unable to find it. On his way back, he broke down in the hallway. Sorry, sis. I came close. Real close. Get off the floor, Joey, and quit all your crying already. You look like a big baby, and I would know about big things. Who's crying? I got something in my eye. Stupid thing won't come out. Maaiiii handed him her handkerchief. Here, just don't go blowing your nose in it. You know, every time I think I've got you figured out, you surprise me. Eh? Taya told me about your little sister, how you're dueling to win this tournament's prize money for her so she can have that operation. Sounded like a bad soap opera, but to be honest, who doesn't love a bad soap opera? Anyways, see you around, hun. As Maaiiii walked away, Joey noticed that she had hidden her tournament entry card in the handkerchief. Wait, Maaiiii! Take it. I don't need it anymore. One thing, though. Eh? Take Keith down. Joey ran back to the arena. So the punks come to give us the bad news, huh? Let me guess, you couldn't find your card anywhere in America. What are you talking about? This is Japan. I got it right here. Alright, Keith, time to duel. Fine. You know, a part of me wanted you to show up. A nice little warm-up match might do me some good. In America. Yeah, how many times do I have to tell you this is Japan? I'll warm you up and weigh you out. Tell me how it feels to be an amateur going up against the Intercontinental Dueling Champion of America. Ooh, the Intercontinental Champion. I can win a better prize than that in a box of cereal. Punk, I'll teach you to respect my title in America. Alright guys, taking on Bandit Keith. In the anime, this was actually one of the more fun duels that ever happened. It was really like a huge coming out moment for Joey, where he was facing someone who was much stronger than he was, like much more experienced, all that other stuff, and really rose to his own and found a great way to win. And there was a lot of good twists and turns to that match. Had a lot of cool stuff with red eyes, things like that. So it was a really fun duel overall. Now, what I want to check out here is my standby phase. What do I have in my fusion deck right now? I know I have Flame Swordsman here, but I also have Guiltia and Flame. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So we have a lot of polymerizations. So I'm actually just going to start out by bringing out one of our stronger cards. Because basically, instead of having to bring out like one of these weak little guys, I'd rather just bring out Flame Swordsman the first turn. Unfortunately, we have no traps or anything to like kind of protect him right now. But if I remember Keith's deck, like I think I do, and again, I know I say from the show, but obviously they add cards to it when you get a 40-card deck. I don't think there's many machine cards you can play that are level 4 that can beat him right now. But wait, during either player's main turn, oh fuck me. I just realized what he did. That's a great card. During either player's main phase, the player can pay 1,000 life points times the number of monsters normally needed for the tribute. Summon of a monster, that player normal summons that monster without tributing. Wow, that's a great card. I mean, I can't do anything right now. I just gotta play defense. This sucks. But seriously, great card. It can work for us too, so if we actually draw red eyes or something like that, then we can give up some life points here. But he's really, really just kind of blowing out the life points. And again, like he's gonna put a lot of damage on me right now. But he's blown through half his life points just summoning these two monsters. So if I get like a Mirror Force, that's too funny. Yeah, so if I get this card, then he's kind of screwed. Because he's wasted all these points trying to summon these guys out. And like, I like the card, but all those 7-star monsters really taking all your life. And he's going to waste another 2,000 right here. Here comes another slot machine, and now he's going to attack. And yeah, of course I'm going to fucking use Mirror Force. I use Mirror Force, and there go all of his monsters. He's wasted 6,000 life points on this. Using Birthright, he can bring back one of his monsters, though, which is good for him. That definitely still gives us a problem. But on the bright side, he can't use this anymore to bring out his super strong monsters. If we could destroy Birthright, then we could destroy Zoa, but right now we have nothing to do either of those things, so we just gotta play defense and wait for other cards to help us out. Honestly though, it's not a bad start, considering the fact that we're on turn 8, but, okay, and there goes another 1,000 life points. Yeah, it's really interesting, because this is what I remember from all of like the things in the show, is that he has a ton of powerful monsters, but they're all just so high level that it's really, like, it's, you know, he doesn't have anything to summon on its own. It's really interesting to me too, because all I can think about right now is if he was let's say he never drew that spell card, could he have summoned any monsters? I don't know, honestly. We definitely want to put Zoa in defense mode. Yes. Kunai with Chain, put you in defense mode. That saves us the biggest attacks. We only take 1750, which is great. End phase, turn change, and what do we got? Baby Dragon. Sucks. Okay. Well, don't really know what we're gonna do now. Gotta play defense with Baby Dragon here, and then oh, nope, not a pause. We could end up losing this, which kind of sucks. The Birthright really did a good job for him, and just having so many cards at first that really didn't serve any purpose really hurts us. Luckily, by playing defense, we should be able to survive a couple more turns, but we really need to get something that can turn the tide here. Metamorph. Okay, so we lost the duel right there, so I'm going to quit out. I'm going to come back, and I'll come back to a point that's kind of like this, you know, where we're really close. And I'll let you guys know if he can actually summon cards without using that spell card. Okay guys, we're back here on turn 5, and literally the first turn I use a Mystical Space Typhoon on his Mausoleum, and he has not summoned anything. So I'm really convinced that that's actually what it is, that he just doesn't have monsters that he can summon without using that Mausoleum. Again, really hoping he doesn't draw another Mausoleum right now. Yeah, he's just gonna put down a face down card and end his turn, I think, right? Yeah, end. Wow. So on turn 7 here, we could just outright sweep him. I'm gonna keep that Axe Raider in my hand just in case this is a Mirror Force. Just because, like, I have enough firepower to win on the field right here. Shut the fuck up, Metal Morph. Okay. And this is game right here. So on turn 7, we won. And I think the key to beating Keith then is really just stopping him from playing that field card. Because the second you do that, he can't summon any monsters, so he's just wide open. So we won 8,000 to nothing. That was awesome. Okay. So those two fights both finished, both semifinals. Yugi and Joey will now face each other in the final. And with that, guys, I mean, that's really all I want to cover in this episode. It's going to be nice because it's one of our quicker episodes, finally. No way, he beat me! This duel doesn't count in America! The entry card that Joey showed to play in this match wasn't even his! Therefore, the duel shouldn't count and he ought to be disqualified right here, in America! Yeah, he's right. Although, as I keep saying, this is Japan, not America, so why should I be disqualified there? My card was missing, so Maaiiii gave me his. But tell me, Keith, how would you have known that this wasn't my card? I'm all ears. Why don't you just explain yourself? He doesn't need to, young Joseph. It's clear that Keith stole your card. That's why he was so certain you'd never be able to find it. Take the scoundrel away. Far away. No! But yeah, so we got all of Keith's good cards. We never really had to worry about anything. And now, in the next episode, we're going to take on Best Friends, Best Duelists, and the other match, which I mean, okay, you can tell from the silhouette, it's Yugi versus Pegasus. Yugi wins this, huge shock. So yeah, we'll do Yugi versus Joey, and then the finale of the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is Yugi versus Pegasus. So guys, it's been SlySonic7. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.